Let me tell you about Liam. 3 months ago, Liam woke up, grabbed his phone before his feet even touched the floor, and started scrolling. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, news articles, Reddit threads. By the time he made coffee, he'd already consumed an hour of other people's content. Sound familiar? Here's the thing. Liam wasn't lazy. He had dreams. He wanted to start a podcast, learn guitar, write that book idea he'd been thinking about for 2 years, but every single day ended the same way. Exhausted, guilty, wondering where all the time went. Today I'm going to show you the exact rule that changed everything for Liam, and why your brain is literally wired to keep you stuck in consumption mode. This isn't another productivity hack. This is about rewiring how you spend your most valuable hours. But first, let's talk about why you can't stop scrolling. Your brain has this thing called the dopamine reward system. Every time you see something new, a notification, a funny video, a shocking headline, your brain releases a little hit of dopamine. It feels good, so you keep going. One more video, one more post, one more article. The problem? Creating doesn't give you that instant hit. Writing the first paragraph of your book feels hard. Learning the first chord on guitar is awkward. Recording your first video is uncomfortable. So your brain says, hey, why don't we just watch someone else do it instead? This is where Liam was stuck. He'd spend 3 hours watching productivity videos about how to be productive. He'd consume dozens of tutorials about starting a podcast, but never actually record one. He was learning, sure, but he wasn't doing. And here's the brutal truth. Consuming feels like progress, but it's not. You can watch 1,000 videos about swimming, but until you get in the water, you can't swim. So one Tuesday morning, after another wasted evening of scrolling, Liam made a deal with himself. A simple rule, almost too simple. The 1 hour rule. Before consuming anything, create for 1 hour. That's it. Before opening Instagram, before checking YouTube, before reading the news, create something for 1 hour. Anything. Write, draw a record, build, code, practice an instrument. It doesn't matter what, as long as you're making something that didn't exist before. The first day was rough. Liam sat at his desk with a blank document open. He was going to write, but his hand kept drifting toward his phone. His brain was screaming at him. Just check it real quick, just one look. You need inspiration first, right? But he didn't give in. He wrote one sentence, then another. They were terrible, awkward, boring, but they existed. After 20 minutes, something weird happened. The words started flowing easier. Not perfect, but easier. He looked at the clock. 45 minutes had passed. It felt like 10. When the hour was up, he'd written 500 words. And here's what shocked him. He didn't even want to scroll anymore. His brain had shifted into a different mode. He felt energized, not drained. That's because creating activates completely different neural pathways than consuming. When you create, you're engaging your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for complex thinking, problem solving, and willpower. You're building something called self-efficacy, the belief that you can actually accomplish things. Week 1 was a battle. Some mornings, Liam only managed 30 minutes before his willpower cracked, but he kept going. Week 2, he started waking up actually wanting to create. The pull of his phone got weaker. Week 3, he finished his first complete short story. It wasn't publishable, but it was done. Something he made from nothing. By week 6, Liam's entire day had restructured itself. He'd wake up excited to see what he could build. The consumption still happened. He still watched videos and scrolled, but it didn't control him anymore. It was dessert, not the main course. Here's what most people don't understand. The 1 hour rule isn't about eliminating consumption. It's about reversing the order. When you create first, you consume differently. You stop being a passive sponge and start being an active filter. You watch that tutorial and think, how can I apply this? Instead of, that's cool, next video. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't have an extra hour. My mornings are already packed. Here's the reality check. You do have the hour. You're already spending it. The average person spends over 2 hours per day on social media. 2 hours. You're not finding time, you're redirecting it. And yes, your first creations will be bad. Liam's first story was garbage. His first podcast recordings were cringeworthy. But here's the secret. Bad creation beats perfect consumption every single time. Because bad creation can improve. Consumption just evaporates. Let me give you the exact framework Liam used to make this stick. First, decide your one thing, not 5 things. 1. The thing you keep saying you'll do someday. Writing, art, music, coding, whatever. Pick one. Second, prep the night before. Liam would leave his notebook open on his desk, pen on top. Zero friction. When he woke up, the path of least resistance was creating, not scrolling. Third, disconnect the internet. Seriously. First hour, no Wi-Fi. Can't consume if you can't connect. Fourth, track your progress. This is crucial. Liam used a simple tracker to mark off each day he completed his creative hour. Seeing that chain of completed days became addictive in the best way. And because I know this matters, I actually created a free productivity planner. It's got a task section, space for important topics, and a section to track exactly how much time you spent on each task. Because what gets measured gets managed. Link is in the description below. Fifth, embrace the terrible. Your first hour of creation will feel clunky and awkward. That's not a bug, it's a feature. You're rewiring years of consumption habits. 3 months into the 1 hour rule, Liam had written 15 short stories, learned 20 songs on guitar, and started a podcast that actually had listeners. Not millions, but real people who connected with what he made. But the bigger change wasn't the output. It was how he saw himself. He stopped being someone who wanted to be creative someday and became someone who creates. That identity shift changed everything. Here's the thing about creation. It compounds. That awkward first video leads to a slightly better second video. 6 months from now, you'll look back at today's work and cringe. And that's beautiful because it means you've grown. Consumption doesn't compound. The video you watched last Tuesday, you've already forgotten it. But the thing you created last Tuesday, even if it's bad, still exists. It's proof that you can make things. So here's your challenge. Tomorrow morning, before you check anything, create for 1 hour. Write a page. Draw a sketch. Record a voice memo. Build something in Minecraft. Doesn't matter what. Just make something that didn't exist before. Will it be hard? Yes. Will you want to quit? Absolutely. Will your brain beg you to just scroll for 5 minutes first? Every single time. But here's what Liam learned. The person you want to become is on the other side of that 1 hour. Not someday. Tomorrow. Stop consuming. Start creating. 1 hour at a time. Now, I'm genuinely curious, what's the one thing you're going to create tomorrow? Drop it in the comments. Let's build something together. And if this video gave you that spark to actually start creating, hit that like button. It tells me you want more content like this. And if you're serious about transforming from consumer to creator, subscribe. I'm dropping a new video every week with real strategies that actually work. No fluff. Your future self is watching. Make them proud. See you in the next one.